everyone, welcome back to the second part of our March Country Craft Creations online crop. And on this section, we are going to make a stair step card. So what you're going to need is a piece of paper that is 8.5 by 11, or if you want to use paper from your Craftology kit, you can use your 12 by 12 paper. I'm going to use some of the 6x6 paper pads that were in my Craftology kit. Um, and so basically, this is what we're going to do. So you're going to take your 8.5 by 11 piece of paper and you are going to score at 5.5. And then you're going to score at 10.5. And then you're going to cut those edges off. Then you're going to put your paper back on your scoreboard and you're going to score at 1.25, 2.5, 4.25, 6, and 8.25. And then you're going to go ahead and do your mountain and valley. So mountain, valley, and mountain. So you'll end up with something like this. And it looks like a little staircase. So then we're going to get out our score tape. Well, okay. Sorry, before that, you're going to get some of your 6x6 paper, or if you don't have 6x6 paper, you can use any color coordinated cardstock or whatever. This is what I decided I want to use. So this was part of the cutout ephemera sheet in the Craftology kit, and I just love this. It's so pretty. This one says, "Without the rain, there would never be rainbows," and then it has this beautiful little umbrella. So basically, this is going to be the last little piece on my card, okay? So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some pop dots, and I actually doubled them up. As you can see here, I doubled up the pop dots. But before we do that, you're going to take your 6x6 paper, if you got the kit, or just any 6x6 paper, and you are going to make two pieces of the exact same kind at 1.75 by 5.5, okay? So that's exactly what you're going to do for both of those, okay? And then you're going to take another one, and I don't know why. Okay. You're going to take another one, and this one's going to be at 1.25. You zoom up here, 1.25 by 5.5. Now, I think I dropped a piece, so give me 1 second. Okay, I found it. So, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and ink your edges if you want to do that, or if you want to distress them, you can do that also, okay? So I went ahead and used kind of a matching pink, and the pink I used was called Old Rose from the Prima collection, okay? And then I had already inked around the edge of this, and it was just kind of like a little minty green color. There was no specific name brand for that little pad that I got. So you're going to get out your score tape, and you're going to go ahead. Sorry for all my little raindrops that keep falling. Okay. You're going to put your score tape on the back of all of them. And then you'll cut off the edges. But for the time being, I'm just going to get them all done for video time's sake. And the last one. you take your bone folder and burnish all your tape in so it's on there nice and secure. Then get your scissors and you're going to cut off your edges, and I'm going to, do that off screen because I don't want it to get stuck to my scoreboard. So, I do that. Let me see, I think I almost got it. Alrighty then. And boom, boom, boom. Okay. So then I got some tags from the collection. So I found this one with the little raindrops, and I went ahead and I went around with that Old Rose by Prima 2, and then I did the same thing with this little tag right here that says bloom where you are planted. Now at this point, Tamara showed you in one of your videos how to make some fabric flowers. So either you can do that for the, well, not one of the videos, for the online crop, or you can make some, which I have some that I've already pre-made, and I just kind of put them to the side. So I have, this one is from the paper collection, and then this one I haven't finished yet, but this is a poppy, and I painted it pink, and then I'm going to add in my little center once it dries up a little bit. So, and then I made some leaves, or if you have some leaves that you purchased, or you can use your little rose from the collection. You can also use one of your charms from the collection, like I have this little basket here. So I'm probably going to put that on this card. Okay, so now, in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and add these to our cardstock. And if there's anything hanging over, just fold it back onto the paper. And I want to make sure that it is even. So, I'm sorry, I'm going to move this out of the way real quick. Okay. Actually, I'm going to do it upside down. My bad. Sorry. But this way I can see if I'm on my edge better. So I'm just going to do it right underneath the score line. Okay. And then with my bone folder, I'm going to put it in. I'm going to burnish it in. Now the front is going to be upside up, okay? And then the back is going to be upside up if you turn it this way, but otherwise it would be upside down. So you go ahead and make sure there's nothing hanging over. And then again, I'm going to turn it around again because I want to make sure I get it really close up to my edge. Okay. Now it looks like I have a little bit hanging over, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. And I'm going to finish up my edge real quick again with my ink. Okay, sorry about that. Then I'm going to do the exact same thing here. Now this one doesn't matter whether or not it's upside down or what, because it's just a pattern. So again, I'm going to turn it and then lay it down. Push my tape over on, and then right underneath that score line and lay it down. Okay. Now for my last one, I'm not going to decorate that. In fact, you can write a little note on here, which is what I'm going to do. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and make sure these are all nice and good here. So now it's going to be like this. Isn't it turning out so cute? Now, if you want to, you can ink these edges, and I'm thinking I may just do that. I don't need to do it on my top one because they're not really going to see that. But that way it's just really done up nice. And I'm going to get the edges of my card too. Sorry, let me do this on here so you can see. Okay. Okay. And you know what? Let me just go ahead and do this too. Let me get that little edge, although it's going to be covered up anyway. Now, you have an option to use one of the smaller little journaling cards. So you could do this one and then center it and have some flowers around it. I mean, that's completely up to you. Now, there's one more thing I want to do. You should have this in your kit. And I thought it'd be really cute if I kind of put it in the center here. So I'm going to, so we know this is 5.5. So I'm probably going to make it a little bit, probably about 6 inches. Okay, and I'm just kind of guesstimating because I'm going to wrap it behind. And I like that because I don't have any edges showing. It drives me crazy when there's edges showing. So then I'm going to take my score tape, and I'm using my 1/8 inch. Whoops. Just because it's easier for me to make sure I stay in between the little lines there. And lay it down. Burnish in my edges. Now, I mean, literally, you could put this anywhere, but, I mean, you don't have to center it, but I want them to. So, I'm just going to, you know, eyeball it and guesstimate that that is the center, and then wrap it around, and then again, burnish in those edges. Okay, now remember, if there's any ink on your bone folder, that will go onto that fabric, so make sure that you don't have any ink on your bone folder. So, now I'm going to put on my final piece right here. And like I said, I have 2 pop dots on here, and I have them lower down so that when it goes on here, it won't show up in the back, okay? And then I'm going to kind of center it so that the edges are even that are hanging off it, if that makes any sense. And then I'm just going to press on my little pop dots. And then, now it looks something like this. I'm just loving this. I'm sorry, I sound like a dork. But anyway, I love it though. Okay, so then with my little edge piece here, you know what? I'm going to get a couple more pop dots. I apologize. So I'm just going to make sure they're on the edge because I don't want anything to bend over. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and remove the little backs off of the pop dots. They don't all stick to my Band-Aid. And then again, I mean, I know it sounds horrible, but I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm going to lay it right on the fabric because it's easier to move it off the fabric than it is the paper. And I've just barely laid it down. I mean, if you're really, yeah, that looks about right. I could measure it, which I'm going to in about 2 seconds here. And just double check. So we've got 1 1/8 inch. It's exactly right. Wow. Okay, so basically, if you want to get it exactly right, you're going to go in 1 1/8 inch from the edge, and start there, okay? And then now you can place your pop dots down a little stronger there, okay? And then, I just keep saying, and then, okay, sorry. All right, now I'm going to finish up with my little flower here. I'm just going to put some glue on the back. And you know what? I don't know. I think I might put a little gemstone in the middle of that. Let me see if I have any pink. I do have a pink, but it's a hot pink. I think that might be way too bright. I do have a green. I don't know if I like that. Let me see. I do have a pearl. No, I don't think I like that either. Maybe I'll go with a smaller pearl. I don't know. What do y'all think? I don't know if it needs more than one pearl or what. Something about it just don't look right. Or maybe nothing at all. I don't know. What do y'all think? I think it needs a pearl. All right, hold on. Let me get out my glue. And I'm just going to put a little drop of glue there. And I know I'm doing it off screen, but I just don't trust the stickiness on the back of these. So, you zoom back out. You can take your tweezers at this point and if they're going to work with me, put my pearl here and let that dry for a minute. In the meantime, I have some I'm trying to think. I like this on here too, but it's so small compared to the other one. Give me 1 second. I decided just to go ahead and keep the poppy, and I went and glued it. I just went ahead and glued it on with my glue gun. And of course, my glue gun is not acting right. It is making a lot more strings than normal. But I did decide that I wanted to put this on some pop dots since, of course, this flower is, you know, pretty far up off the page. I wanted this to kind of, you know, go with it. So I'm going to take off the little pop dots, and I want to make sure to leave the edge free of tape because I didn't want it to get stuck. And so I'm going to go ahead, I'm actually going to pull it out. I'm going to leave it out a little bit because I still need to add on my, let me zoom in a bit so you can see. I still need to add on my leaf, however you want to say. And I'm debating on how I want to, yeah, I think that looks about right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on here, and hopefully my glue gun does not attack the living daylights out of it. See, I got strings everywhere. I don't know what is still with this glue. I hate it. Okay, sorry guys. I know you could just hear the frustration. Okay, then I'm going to see about my little basket here. And debating. Oh, that's cute. Yep, definitely I want to do that. Now you can either put it on with your glue gun or you can put it on with your glossy accents. And for me, I think I'm going to go with the glossy accents only because it's jewelry and it's metal. And I know that my, sorry, I didn't mean to like pull that up, but I did. I'm going to go ahead and put my glossy accents on here, or you know what, better yet, I got an idea. I think I can do a pop dot on this too. I know that sounds crazy, right? But let's just see if it fits. And it does. I'll be darned. I'm liking that idea. Yeah, I like that better than waiting for it to dry. I'm impatient. So I'm just going to put that there. Oh, I think it's looking so cute. I don't know if you can really see. Maybe I can get my light to shine up there. Yeah, that's a little too much light. I'm sorry. Okay. But anyway, this is it. This concludes the tutorial. Of course, you can add more stickers up here or whatever you want to do. For me, I want to keep this one a little bit more simpler than my other ones. And I'm really liking it. I'm just, look at that. I'm just loving it. I'm sorry. I'm a goober. But anyway, I love pink. I love pink and I love mint. So I absolutely love this collection. Or you could actually use one of these. And I put this on here and this looked great too. But since I had gone through all the effort to make this, I went ahead and put it on there anyway. But anyway, I hope y'all have a wonderful and fabulous day. And I hope you all have enjoyed the crop so far. And have a crafty one. Bye.